Hello everyone, welcome to the Joom Room, where today we are back with a little bit of Elden Ring. That's right, we are here in the lands between with yet even more stuff to do, because there's just a never-ending amount of stuff to do here, because this game is the biggest one there ever was. At least it is massive. But also, WoW and Blizzard decided to have a long update this morning, so we can't really get into WoW things like we originally may have planned and, I wouldn't say promised, but said we were going to do. But we have been playing a little bit of Elden Ring here and there, getting random items we missed, finding areas somehow we totally didn't find, and loot to not find. And one thing we never did was invade people 3 times. We did twice while we were doing our campaign, and then I saw something somewhere about invading 3 times to do this guy's stuff. So well, I guess I'll let him explain it.
It's our final trial. Soak it with the blood of a maiden. The blood of anyone's maiden will do. You are maidenless.
Yeah. We know we don't have any maidens. So we gotta go murder somebody else's maiden or find one that's already dead. I don't know. But also, we managed to come across Celis. What's her name? I guess. Selene. Excuse me. We've been here multiple times, and never was anybody here. It looked like somebody was going to be here. And indeed, there was supposed to be somebody here, but somehow there wasn't. But we did get that key to that cave we were in the other week.
Apprentice, I have a favor to ask.
But we're supposed to be going to Lucet. Hey, Bayou. Poggers in the chat. Welcome to the Joom Room. Good morning. Working from home today. Hell yeah. What, one Monday of working and still being a little sick enough to convince them to let you stay at home and work? That's all it took. Them to see how awful it was to have you there in person working.
The form you see before you is merely a projection. My body
I went back to
lies
urgent
outside,
care.
but the Academy shackles prevented me moved. My body is on the Weeping Peninsula at the southern tip of the lands between.
Toe is broken, confirmed? Oh shit, dude.
Past the plane of the wandering was it? Can you make the journey to my body? I have something that I can.
Could you not feel it when it happened that was the case? I mean,
My body is on the Weeping Peninsula, imprisoned in the ruins just down.
so
from
we've
the
seen
ocean.
her before.
Can you make the journey to me? I have something that I can only trust with you.
Okay. Well, what should we do first? Go to her body or? But damn, dude, you really must have smashed it. I forget what you said you did to it. I remember you telling me you hurt your toe real bad. Like you said you smashed it, but I don't remember you actually confirmed you just ran into something or you dropped something on it. Did you run over it with the John Deere? Oh yeah, the flask. The freaking bottle. Oh my goodness. So you must have one of them big ones, because I got up to a half a gallon, or no, it was a full gallon actually, because I had to carry around so much water because I drink so much water. So I needed to get up to a gallon, so I could imagine if it's anywhere between there and like, yeah, I got one that's like, I guess almost a half gallon, maybe a liter, whatever. Maybe 64 ounces. I don't know the exact size of it, but it is a bigger one. Oh yeah, no worries there. I understand that fact. Goodness. So let's go get this guy. So do you get to stay home till it's healed, or is this just a super temporary thing? Yeah, crystal tunnel, because we've been here before. We actually saw this gate, but now we have the key to open it, or we got it last night. And we did switch our build, which we really want to switch it again, because we decided to try to be cute with faith and intellect and go with various weapon buffs, but they all kind of are just either the same or worse. Maybe some are slightly better than just using the grease, and we could just make grease and use grease rather than having to dump several points into a stat we really don't care about. So talk to your boss more about it. Huh. And I really don't remember how to actually get to this spot, but I reckon we'll find out. I mean, how bad can it be? Wait. It wasn't here. It was here. So she goes to the doctor too, so they should definitely understand what it's like to have ailments, I reckon. I don't know. Yeah, at least some days you have to build laptops, desktops. Oh shit. Yeah, but I reckon you could still keep it at a minimum. Like, no need to be there every day unless you have to, unless you are doing that specific kind of work, right? Unless that is an everyday thing. I don't know. Don't want to assume your daily routines. Yeah, I'm really digging the site. Even if it is just a basic site, I reckon we could have switched to it long ago. What I am really digging as well is the Bloodhound step. It's considered OP. Let's get this fixed up before June 1st. Dang, ain't got much time. June's creeping up on us. May's already. Oh yeah, those freaking things. Or it's one of them, I reckon. Yeah. Or no, I think it might just be the small guys. But I forget. Actually supposed to be. which one's the side way to that gate. Like, we've been here before and full cleared it, so I'm kind of trying to don't really feel like going through every inch of the place again. Oh, that's a big boy. That's why it's so tanky. They don't even take damage from the rolling. They're so anti-physical damage. Oh, this little bastard. See you? Yeah. There it is, yes. Yes, yes. Hey, who are you? I don't remember there being somebody here. Alright. We broke the seal breaker. We finally had the seal breaker. I'm actually surprised it let us go back to this quest. Let's see who is back here. I mean, we know who's back here, or who's supposed to be back here. Oh. You actually alive? Stars of Ruin. Okay. What they had to say? 12 dark shooting stars. Legendary sorcery devised by Lusat, primeval sorcerer. There's 12 dark shooting stars that pursue the target. When Lusat glimpsed into the primeval current, he beheld the final moments of a great star cluster, and upon seeing it, he too was broken. So he hid down in the cave with the super secret sorcery. That's all you got to say? Something seems suspicious about all this, but guess we'll go tell her we did it. Yeah. We got that sorcery for you. Oh, is the student gonna become the teacher? Do we teach you the sorcery, Miss Teacher?
There you are, my apprentice. Shall we commence the lesson? Who could have guessed? What a place to find Master Lusat. Of my gratitude. This is all your work. I am
Yeah.
truly pleased to have
He
you
just
as
sat
my
here.
apprentice and a kindred
Stood here.
spirit. This is a mere token of my thanks. Please take it.
Alright.
This brings us a full
Yeah, about that.
It is only weeping intrusive. Can you make that I have something?
Alright. So finally, we get some closure on this body we found in these ruins, because we did find it long ago. Our very first interaction with Selen was her chained up down here. And it was our only way of knowing her throughout our entire playthrough. Yeah, I do want to respec at some point. Maybe once we finish this quest line up. I'm just trying to like drag it out until we're sure what we want to do. Because I reckon we can still do the 12 faith to get the couple spells that we like to at least throw on occasion. But then just pump dex all the way up, I reckon. Just get max out dex, vigor, probably keep endurance at 25. Maybe a bit more mind. So I don't really want to go into faith unless we have a good reason for it. And I like the idea of keeping the site more standard. And being able to just use the grease, the various greases to get our magical effects. I'm not gonna get down there because it's torrent. Wait, why is there an item there? Oh, it was a skull. Looking good. They did leave me alone.
My apprentice. Thank you
Whoa.
for coming. These shackles take a toll on us all. There is something I need you to look after. My private wedding stone. The star has fallen, and my fortunes waver. Someone may come for my life, and so I entrust it with you. Myself.
But couldn't you just come here? I just saw you at the other place. Couldn't you just... Wait a minute. Alright, I'll take it. Is it inside of her? What? Stupid message. Okay.
Thank you, my apprentice. This is my essence. Please, treat it with care.
It's your essence. How are you still you? Or are you still selling?
With care, my apprentice. What you hold is my very being. Treat it what you hold.
Alright, that's what she's gonna say about it. Well, let's read what her very being has to say. Flintstone from within the body. From within the sorcerer Selen's body. Yeah. Seemingly half alive, blood vessels are visible within. Ew, it does look like it's bleeding. In essence, a primal glintstone is a sorcerer's soul. You're transplanted into a compatible new body. After their original body dies, the sorcerer will rise again. My apprentice, do you think it distasteful? Depends on which body. So do we gotta kill her first? We'll see if she's even still back here. Surely she'll tell us what to do, what she wants us to do with it. How would I have guessed? So we're not going to run around guessing as if we were still on our blind playthrough. Travel back to Red Makers. Witch Hunter Jared? Is that the announcer dude? What's he got to do with it? I realize what we keep forgetting to do when we're playing Elden Ring, and what we made a big deal of and did go through the quest line to do, but never officially went back to Fort Height for our knighting. Now that Limgrave has an official ruler. Wait, where is this guy? I don't know where he hangs out when the door is open. Giant fella. Sorry, just reading deep into it. Apparently we choose to side with Selin or Jared if we can find them. Oh, so he's probably in Witchbane Ruins then. But yeah, I think we just... Because surely we can get this... Well, never mind, I was going to say, surely we can get it if we just kill her at any point, right? Get the crown. Not that we care too much about it, but I guess we could do that next time. But I reckon ultimately We'll see what he actually has to say. What his deal is, why we have to choose sides anyway. I think this might be slightly too far here. Yep. He's here. Really make sure nobody's coming. Yeah, he's thinking about showing up. You can just one-shot him anyway. Get out of here. Anyways, what's up, my dude? I kind of like his outfit. All the colors and stripes. Pretty neat.
Well met. I hardly expected to see the champion of the festival here. Of all places. You didn't know Selin, did you? Well, whatever the case, she's dead now. Just put it behind you. She was known as the Graven Witch.
Graven Witch.
Obsessed by the primeval current, countless sorcerers fell to her hand. The most dangerous mage in the entire history of Real Acaria's academy.
Why is she dangerous? I mean, look at her. She's chained up. How dangerous could she be?
It is strange, though. The woman, she was like a husk. The soul already fled. I suspect
He knows.
she lives on elsewhere.
How's he know?
I'm sure she'll turn up eventually in another body.
Just put it back in her.
But one who won't stop gnawing at me.
He really hates the idea of her being alive doing primeval sorcery stuff.
I suspect Selin lives on. I'm sure she was sick.
Alright. But wouldn't that be something, just put it right back in the same body, stuck in the same spot? You wanted me to resurrect you, right? Alright then, the Three Sisters area. Okay. Go to the Three Sisters. Yeah, we can go to. Hold up. Let me see on the map. Oh, it's like a place there. We might not have been in. I forget if we went in here. This is floor, apparently, to go through. What? Not Blade. Blade, excuse me. Is Blade really gonna go mad on us? How did this happen? When? Why? Thought we'd been here. Who's this? Can't we talk it out? Gone mad. Come on, man. Don't you remember all those times in the Cron? I do. Surely he bleeds, right? Yeah. He bleeds. I was kind of happy Blide's quest seemed to have ended not in death, but who would have guessed it had ended in death by our own hands. He's actually one of our favorite NPCs. I know we didn't like talk about him too much, but he was one of the cooler guys we encountered throughout the story. I guess we're kind of partial to some Wolfman as a druid. Oh, shit. Is this where it is? Oh, it's this way. This side makes a lot more sense. I guess we didn't go down here. What the hell are you? Okay. Oh, are these dolls? Or puppets, I mean? Well, I guess both. Maybe considered. Is this a kid? Why do they look so small? Maybe it is a kid? Which body would she want? She probably want this one. This looks like her archetype. Which archetype are you? That's what Joom was most of our playthrough, I reckon. We at least wore the mask. We got them all here. A cleric, some kind of explorer, ranger. But sorceress teacher seems to fit selling. I don't know. Would she really want this? Is this actually what she wants? It's kind of what we want anyway. Oh, that fast. I thought we were going to at least jam it in there, the way how dramatically we took it out.
Just how long has it been?
just
Thank
that.
you. You've helped me fill a new body once again. It's truly a gem. Young and full of vigor, snug fit for my primal brimstone. Better still, I've shed those awful shackles. Finally, I can return to the academy to expel the family and restore the pride of the current. My dear apprentice,
Oh,
I owe this all to you.
so she is taking it over. Wait, you're gonna leave Renala alone though, right? We gotta be rebirthed.
Return to the academy to expel the Karian royal family.
Alright. Oh boy. So she's alive now. Oh. So this is where we challenge. Oh. So all we get is her crown, her bell bearing, which we already bought everything from her. So it's about the same, and we get an ancient dragon smithing stone, which we have some extras, so I don't think that's worth it. Wait, how do we get the... Oh, how do we get the Lusatsa? How do we get these? Wait. Alright. So you... We go to the academy. Which I guess this is where we would have went anyway. And like, we need to check on Renala.
Is it thy wish? Be not, and I will burn.
I think we kind of want to go ahead and do that. Because we've been doing the thing I was worried about where we burnt through a few of them. But we still got 8. Like, how many times are we really going to respec? Because I am digging the scythe. The bleeds and stuff. And I do like the idea of greasing it up. Especially like a frost grease or something. Do a double big proc kind of thing on enemies that can be done to. Wait, these don't come back? Maybe we gotta rest. And they'll come back out of the thing. Yeah. We don't have like infinite resources, but we got enough to make some. We could make 132 if we wanted. Make 7 right now. Rot grease. Sure. Just to make sure we got enough. Yeah, we don't need any intellect. I like the idea of being able to apply the frost, but then because like we got more than enough weight from our endurance to not worry about holding the staff and all that. Weirdly enough, we can even hold our bow, equip our bow more, rather. And just wondering if there's another stat we should go a little heavier on. We're just kind of make sure Dex is gets up to 80 and our Vigor gets up there. Because I think 60 is the standard for the high-end, late-game, high-level builds, especially PvP. Maybe get the mind up a little bit too. Could even take it up to 20. Which we still got some levels to work with. Let's do it. We're gonna do it. We're committing. Because I want the big Dex. Fate's gotta be there. Strength's gotta be 17 for our shield. Which it doesn't. How much damage would that add? Like one tick. Oh, there's a couple. Yeah, not worth it necessarily. I kind of like doing that. Level up mind a little bit, maybe. 15 would be 3 more points in the mind would be at 15 as well. Which I kind of dig it. Get a little bit of evenness in the randomness. Yeah, we are going to eventually get some levels. Just not really going to get many runes with all the things we're doing now, but once we get into New Game Plus, where we might need a bit more mind and such, because really all we're doing is got enough for Bloodhound Step. I at least want to get it up to 13 again, if not to 15, to round it out more than the strength. Because we do still going to be casting the other spells too, or regen and whatnot. But I like it. I think 45 is fine for now.
Thou art now a sweeting,
Full, fine, and fair. Why, thank you, my lady.
for being born of my beloved egg, time and time again.
Yes, I know. We keep respecting. You don't gotta rub it in. She knows we've been here a lot. Let's get rid of these spells that we don't need, though. Does mean we basically get no spells to use. Grab those, like one of them to actually maybe keep on. Be the Blood Flame Blade. I feel like it is different from. I don't think there's a grease that fully replicates what it does. But the reason we wanted to do that other build, the big one, was this blade, the Black Flame Blade, because it sounded really cool. How it continues to sap the HP for a very short time, but it's very short-lived. It also continues to stay on your blade for a very short time, relatively to the other blade enchants. It's like a few seconds and then it goes away, whereas everything else at least lasts 30 seconds or so. I don't know the actual timing. I really want this to be good, but it never is. Maybe we could equip it. Oh yeah, we got all these we could do. Lord's Aid. Poison, blood loss, sleep. It's so rare we actually need to alleviate blood loss. We already got poison under control. I guess we'll just figure that out later if we want any more spells. Because the build is mostly this, just swinging the scythe around. I actually don't know where we're supposed to go in this part. Right outside the entrance. Oh. There it is. I think we're going to assist Sorcerer Selin, because we get way more goodies here, and I kind of think, in general, if we were to go what I believe Joom would have done if there was no knowledge on the wiki or Googling whatever on this whole situation, we still would go assist Selin. As much as we like the other dude's outfit, we you know, we like the idea of the primal sorceries and stuff. Anyway, let's go do it. Got him. Good stuff. We get his beard too? I don't think we can forego our barbed wire set. Hello, milady. What'd you do with Rinoa?
My apprentice. You've saved my skin once again. Do you see this? The Queen of Caria is known. With the bodies of Masters of Zior and Lusat returned, the Academy can hone the primeval current. So that we, fallen children of the stars, shall beam with brilliance once again. My apprentice, will you stay with us here at the Academy? I know it's not possible. You have your own calling. To be the next elder.
Indeed.
But do think of me, your teacher. On the eve of your crowning, you will always be my darling. Rest assured that I, the entire Academy, will swear allegiance to the new monarch, my apprentice. Become elder.
Even when we burn the sky with their frenzied flame of chaos.
Perhaps I'm jumping ahead, but here is a symbol of my allegiance and the Academy's. Do you
Nice.
recall once I told you that Flintstone is the emperor of the cosmos and sorcery is the study of the stars and the life therein? When you become Elden Lord, please adorn me. Lay bare the secrets of life which rules the world. Next time, I will be your student.
Indeed.
Oh, one last thing. If you fail to claim your throne, you can always pay me a visit. Oh, no friend. Even my dullest pupils will always have a place here.
That's a new one. available. Let's go.
What is it, Elaine?
Alright. She's back. What? What are you doing in here? You're actually... Wait, we get this anyway? What the hell? What happened to her? Is this what you do to people that try to take over the academy? Is this where they come from?
Is it Tywin?
You ain't got nothing to say about all this. Alright. She actually has nothing to say. Nobody's doing nothing about him. I mean, I guess he's just there forever. You got nothing new to teach me in that form? Alright, what are we supposed to do here? Spots we first encountered Azur and Usat. I forget where we encountered. The Azur dude. Let's go to that one first, because I'm pretty sure we know where... Oh. Sweet, they made it easy. Thank goodness. Though the other one's not going to be easy to get to. Well, he'll be easy, but it is a bit more tedious than just doing this. Yes. Give me all the armor sets. Which that one looks pretty cool too. Like both of these actually look kind of cool. Usually I think like most of those really exaggerated sorcerer stuff gets a bit wonky looking, but this stuff actually looks pretty neat. Like the way the big globe head even looks. I guess it's kind of more like a Mysterio. So is that the end of her quest line? It seemed to be the end of... what it told me to do for her quest line. I don't know how we keep getting on that. there a snail here? Is he like directly under me? Maybe he fell. There's a sorcerer down here. Don't forget about that. No, and there's the snail. He did fall. Look at that. And leg wraps. Yeah, the helm looks pretty cool. Surely it does something. This crown replaced Lusat's brain and skull all together. Oh my. And now removed from his body, it is all but dead. What power remains within raises potency of Lusat's primal current sorceries at the cost of additional FP consumption. And this crown replaced Azur's brain and skull together. And of course raises Azur's primal. So yeah, that looks so cool. Yeah. Also does look like a giant eye from the front. Sauron's eye, but blue. But we can't give up the briar. I can't believe we had to kill Blade. Keep saying his name wrong all this time. Blide. Still eating at me a little bit. We had to kill Blide? Like, what the hell? So she, according to the thing, she just might be this the whole way through. Sorcerer Sellen made it into the academy. Like, I wonder if that's what's supposed to be implied, though, that Renala just did this to her. Either she transformed her into it or imprisoned her in the things. I don't know what they're actually supposed to be. But this is Sellen now. I see. Oh yeah, I meant to check this when we changed our spec. I wanted to see what difference the scaling A versus B scaling really made when we finally actually got up to 80. Still not 70, because it was like 60 some, so it's just barely better from the scaling, because you get 60 more raw like base damage on this one, but the scaling isn't as good. But this one, the base isn't as good, but you get 72. So 12 more damage. It's lighter too, but I don't think that really matters. It certainly don't matter for our current situation. We got more than enough equip load. And this one does look a little cooler in some ways. Looks like this one's longer, but it could just be a visual thing. Yeah, we got a bow. Supposedly the best one. And before we keep forgetting, Let's get to Fort Height. Let's get our knighting done. We're gonna try it again. I can see it there, yeah. I think this has a different strong attack. I mean, it's definitely different if it's one-handing it. Yeah. I don't like the other strong attack, or charged attack, I should say. I like the charged attack on this one a little better. That's actually a good reason to use it other than the coolness factor. I don't know, something about it looks a little more rustic, maybe. I don't know what grease we want to default to. Oh, of course, like the idea of the Scarlet Rat. But the frost would be nice most of the time. Well, that just seems like redundant. Even holy grease, you know, to those. And actually make use of dragon wound grease. We never used this at any point. Kind of forgot about it. Anyway, we'll just have it equipped. I'm not going to use it now, of course. Just to have it. Flawless victory. Alright. The time has come. It's been long awaited. Long anticipated and hyped up and talked about. Maybe he's at the top for such a knighting. Or it could be downstairs somewhere. Maybe we should check in with Nefeli Lou. Pretty sure he's even left over there. Still saying he's over here? Yeah. I guess we have unfinished business here first. I thought we talked to him and he said to meet him back here for the knighting. And of course we forgot about it because we got so eager to do something else. I don't remember what the heck it was. But how are things? New Queen of Limgrave?
I will remain to summon the storm, but your guidance and your fight surely lie elsewhere. I will remit your guide surely lie.
Okay. What about you?
For the time being, I share command of the castle with my lady, but I plan on returning to my fort afterwards, at which time I can fulfill my own promise by raising you to the glory of knighthood. I hope it is just as wonderful as you imagine.
It better be. Alright, we gotta see if there is something else we gotta do for him. get them on the wiki. All these stupid gaming websites with all the freaking ads and other crap in between the articles. Oh, I guess that's it. That is it. Huh. He will tell you that he will eventually move Fort Hill to hail you as knight. Dang, I really thought they would give you a knighting. I don't know. Alright then, I guess that is the end of it. He will never knight us.
Back again, are we? Curious one you are. Well then, what are you after?
Don't know what you get. Meaning that. Well, dang. Well, let's finish that other quest line in a moment. Once we get to where it was. I'll go to the Church of Inhibition. One moment, we need a quick bio break. We'll return with a little more Elden Ring. Welcome back. So, you don't know where Church of Inhibition is. Find it ourselves at this point. We've been stubbornly went this long. We'll get it. different eye church. That's the Rose Church, we know. So we were there with the other guy. I need to talk to E.G. once we find this. Okay. Maybe we can't find it. Starter tree. I don't see any churches up here. Oh, is it down underground maybe? Let's see where it's at though. How are we missing this? It's right here. Gosh. Like literally the only church we didn't look at. But how hard can this little invader be? Oh, maybe we already killed the invader here. No. This is the maiden. Give me your blood. It's weird how some things they make so dramatic, like you got to do a little thing and then you get the thing, and then stuff like that. It's just like bam, you got the you soaked her blood in it. They made it a moment to take Selen's soul out of her body. But, you know, soaking maiden's blood on a piece of cloth, that's just standard stuff. Just instant in your pocket. Let's read it. Surely it says something different. I don't know, we've passed it. It's definitely a key item, right? There's so much red, it got lost in it. There's got to be something to do with that. I need to look that up. Fully reddened oath cloth dyed in maiden's blood. The first trial is complete. Luminary Moog is sure to welcome you in his service as a knight who will lay the foundations for his dynasty. Except, we kind of killed him twice. Well, I guess we killed Moog, the Omen King, and or whatever he was, titled in the sewers. Because it turns out we were right; it was the same name, Moog, and look, which is why he looked the same. But then we also killed Moog, the Lord of Blood. But I guess we never encountered Luminary Moog, so maybe it is a different Moog. Indeed. And we're going to serve his dynasty. It's so annoying how he doesn't have a freaking fire. Like, would have been that much to just either... If there's too many fires there, you know, just move that one up to the church. Seems standard that churches have the fires. Why is it so awkward to get to this dude? I guess they don't want to imply that the Erd Tree you know, is happy with what they're doing here. The Lights of Grace isn't pleased with the Rose Church and the Lord of Blood. Wait, was that a dude chasing me? Oh, Yeah, this guy. Which is so they could have this enemy here. Yeah, they really did come all around. Alright, I guess I'll have to kill you. And that's why we like the Briar set. I know we could get away with one piece like we did in regular old Dark Souls. Our flash keeps getting screwed up. I don't notice us hitting the things. Anyways, I did the thing. I got your cloth soaked in very specific blood.
Ah, my lad. You've completed your final trial, and with this, you are a formal inductee. A knight who will assist Luminary Rogue, Lord Blood.
Oh, he is the Lord of Blood, too. Do what now? Yeah, take my finger, I guess. I mean, you sure. Let's hand our hand over, and our finger over to the guy who's handing out individual bloody fingers.
Evans, clench your teeth or something.
Oh God. You got a bloody finger. Thanks for giving it back, at least.
Oh, another thing. You should have this.
Pure Blood Knight's Medal.
A medal granted by the new Wood dynasty, with the power to grant audience with Luminary Mode. I've gone out of my way to provide one to you, but you mustn't use it just yet.
What?
The meeting must wait until the Moonwind dynasty commences. Luminary Mode yet stumbles beside divinity. We must endure a little longer.
Well, wait for what exactly? Anyway, so is that bloody finger any different? Oh, it's festering blood. What's the difference? Oh, it's reusable. Oh, I get it now. Glistening blood has been siphoned into the nail of this finger. Its sickly pale skin feels nothing now, but the nail still aches with sweetest pain. How do you know? I guess fingers are their own things in this world. I guess it's a tool, right? Oh yeah, we need to just use this, I've realized. Because we're never actually going to use it, and it's just taking our health down. We've been nerfed this whole time, and you'll see by how much once it wears off. But, there it is. One day, anyways, yeah, that much HP, right there. Before it regens too much, to not look as much. Anyway, what did it say? Proof that one is a glorious knight of the new dynasty of Mogwin that the Lord of Blood will inaugurate. You to be granted audience with Moog. Only it is not yet time, for Moog yet slumbers beside the divinity. Be patient, the new dynasty is nigh. Alright, so... But he said not to use it yet. Is this a place we couldn't have gotten to before, or is this where we've actually... We've been through here, right? So it is just... Which would make sense, right, to go to where we saw the Lord of Blood. But I wonder... Because that means you could have got here way early. If nothing else was impeding you to finish that quest line. It seemed to be just the 3 invasions into going to a church in the same area. But alright. We got a different teleport to here at least. Okay. Never mind. I forgot about that guy. Alright then, Okay. I forget what his name is. What was his name? White Mask. Oh. Never mind. Starts with a V, but I can't remember. Bare. Fair. Something Bare. Oh. Invasion sign. Mausoleum Dynasty Midpoint. Site of Grace. Where are we at? Okay. Okay. Might be in here. Yep, right there. let's do it. We invade the invader. The master of invading. Where's he at? What the hell? What's he doing down there? Now we're gonna get serious about it.
You seek violence. Leaders of my horde know you have been raised to a knight of the dynasty. Pain to the very depths of my being. I'll ensure you regret this, my lambkin. Your miserable death.
Just so offended. Like, can't believe this guy. Oh, is that him? He on his stomach?
Luminary moan, please grant the strength promised. I have given everything. Please, my lord.
Oh, that's kind of sad. But yeah, Moog's taking the power for himself. He's not gonna give it to you. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Bless the Logoid dynasty with love.
Get that bouquet. I didn't see him holding a bouquet. What the heck is it considered? A hammer? A steel mace resembling a charming bouquet of roses. Oh my, each petal has a sharpened edge, leaving the roses perpetually colored with blood. Weapon reflects white mask Vari's manner of speech rather well. What? Weapon reflects white mask Vari's manner of speech rather well, enticing in its splendor, but full of deadly consequence. Blood tax. Blood oath skill granted by the Lord of Blood. Twist to build power, then unleash a flurry of thrusts that rob the target of both their HP, or both their blood and their HP. What? Arcane? Wait, is Arcane like the blood loss stat? I mean, it would make sense in how they had luck be like the blood loss stat, whatever, in Dark Souls 3. It's kind of taken its place as the other stat that's not interfaith. Alright then. Not sure if there's any other big quest lines or items we wanted to find. I'm sure there's still some loot to get that we have yet to discover. We're actually only missing 2 achievements that aren't the endings. From what I've heard, 3 of the endings count as 3 achievements. And then, so we've gotten one of them, of course, by doing an ending, beating the game. That's right, we beat the game. We are an Elden Lord, confirmed. So we got 2 more left to go. I'm actually not sure what they are. I'm sure it's mostly finishing everything, seeing everything, collecting everything. Companion to. Oh yeah, we wanted to look up what the heck to do with Alexander's innards. So it contains drakes inherited from those who came before. Yeah, we never saw this other jar in Jarberg. But apparently, destroying any jars in Jarberg takes away that quest line, and I'm pretty sure there was some that aggroed to us and we killed them. So we would have, I guess, angered him. Somehow we didn't encounter him. I don't know, unless we accidentally killed one before we would have seen him. It says he can move. Oh, I guess that's him right there. Looks like him. That means. Oh, he may have been mumbling wide world. Sure.
Gosh, truly. That's wonderful news. It's not easy being potentate, though. I know. Show me your hands. It's just a little test, Cuz. To see if you've got the right stuff. Your skin isn't so smooth, is it?
I mean, I could take off the rough gloves. Might help.
Don't look so glum, Cuz. We can still chat. Potentate or not, come back and visit me. When you can.
What Who is this little fella? How did we miss the whole quest line with this guy? Little young chap.
Don't look so blunt, cuz. We can still chat. Come back and visit me.
Alright, so we... I guess we'll rest and see where he goes. Surely he's got something else to say now.
Oh, hello again, cuz. I'm happy you came back.
Let's go call us
I've good
cuz.
tidings for you, cuz. Have you noticed the rare flowers growing in this village? I asked
Call
the
me
villagers
cousin,
to pick
excuse
some,
me.
and they said you'd be very welcome.
Thank you.
Go
I already
on,
picked some.
cuz. You really should pick some of our flowers. Who knows?
Is he baiting me?
Go on, cuz. Who knows?
I don't get it. He actually wants me to pick flowers. What about mushrooms? Does a mushroom count? Hmm? Pick some of your mushrooms.
Go on, cuz. Who knows?
I don't get it. Oh, I guess these flowers. Or like a test. Will you destroy the pots on your way to pick the flowers? Can you resist the urge to kill the adorable little baby pot waddling back and forth in the sleeping giant pot? Especially after you've seen Alexander be so friendly. Could you even think to resist murdering these two? I guess we won't. We picked your flowers. At least I hope.
Go on, cuz. Who knows?
Okay, I guess maybe we come back. Alright. Yeah, we gotta keep reloading. He's just giving us helpful in-game tips about the game. I do like that these respawn for the, at least for this thing. I don't know if they normally do when you rest. Maybe. There's a way to farm mats.
Oh, hello again. Say, cuz, have you met Uncle Alexander?
Yeah, here's his innards.
Lost, but then he left to be a champion. I asked to go with him, but he said the path of champions must be trodden alone. So heroic, right? I miss him. If you see him, you should ask him to
Yeah.
teach you how to fight, cuz he's big, strong.
You wouldn't that tough. I was joking, but I thought there was going to be like at least another step in between him talking about him and giving him the innards, but okay. Let's see. See, I wanted to look around because maybe that one guy's supposed to be here from a different quest line. actually. So he won't be down here. He's not the guy I thought it was. I think it was the guy that was going on about a servant woman. And he was supposed to be at Volcano Manor, but I think we did something that made him not be there by the time we got there.
Uncle Alexander said he won't be back again. My home is of the past, and the past, as they say, is a different country. I suppose that's part of being a warrior, isn't it?
Kinda.
So, please don't tell anyone,
I
'cause
mean, being a warrior is kind of
I'm actually
just-
a warrior jar as well. One day, I'll be just like Uncle Alexander, and I'll have to leave the village to become a champion.
Oh, I didn't even think about it. It's not necessarily like a sad, disgusting thing to hand him over. But the way the jars work, from what I understand, he just throws these insides into himself and he gets, the warriorness of those previous warriors.
Wow. 'Cause are these insides
Indeed.
from Uncle Alexander?
I smashed it out of him. That's right.
I'm a warrior
We did
jar,
it to him.
so I need to be strong. I can really have them. Right? I understand. I'll get strong. Strong enough. I deserve to have Uncle's insights.
That's right. Better get strong if you're going to use these insides.
I'll begin my journey once I'm ready to go. As a warrior jar. In search of glory.
Alright.
I don't think I'll see you again. When I set out. Warriors
I don't
are
either.
supposed to work alone. Goodbye, cuz. And thanks for everything. I'll never forget you. Cuz. I'll never forget you. Cuz.
Oh, well. Look at that. We helped an inspiring young jar warrior. He wanted to get out there and fight. All he needed was the guts, literally, of another warrior. Now we need is the talisman of the jar. Oh yeah. Gosh. Does it have to have the tiny little legs? Okay. It's like they made it too cute. But let's read it. Raises potency of throwing pots. Could go full pot build. Though the jars are brought to life by human flesh and blood, they are all rather kindly folk. Perhaps they were made to be better than their innards. Except it feels counterintuitive to go with the seems to be such a breakable thing. But maybe it's like the idea of the crackpots, how they can regather themselves. Kind of. And certainly what Alexander was doing in the lava. What he said he was doing. But oh yeah. That really is it. really gotta make sure we get that other quest line done on the other playthrough, because we totally didn't talk to that one dude. Nice. Jeez. Maybe we're supposed to pick these flowers. He was talking about. This probably is close you're gonna get to like a NPC town in Elden Ring or any Soulsborne game. I can't think of anything anywhere close other than, you know, like Firelink Shrine or whatever that's, you know, is what it's supposed to be. But like an area where there's NPCs who aren't even targetable. They're not even like enemies that are passive. They're not even targetable, and it's not necessarily a place you can't attack either. I do remember them being aggroed for some reason. Like one of these came at me. I swore. Excuse me, sir. So it is pretty weird. I like it. I love this place. I'm digging it. Aside from Alexander being one of the other favorite characters in the game. Maybe the top, I don't know. I do love Alexander Ironfist. Not just because he's a big weirdo pot warrior, but his attitude. I'm really trying to think if there's anywhere. Oh. How do I not get that? But if there's anywhere like this in any other Soulsborne game, even Elden Ring, somewhere else that's so passive, but actually has NPCs doing stuff. It's not like you can talk to any of them or go to the market, but it is a place to pick flowers. They made it clear. So in a way, I think that's the last ritual pot we needed. And we would have never known. Does it show it? Oh no, we need another one and another crackpot. How are we missing those? Oh, that really is gonna be like, yes, we got them all. Huh. Wait. Oh. So there's a talisman. So we Shard of Alexander, and then there's Warrior Jar Shard. But they both come from Alexander, apparently. He's got to kill him without doing his quest line. So it's weird to have two different drops off of one NPC, but depending on where you are in the quest line. That seems very dumb to me. Because not only can you absolutely not get all of the things, which could be fine depending on why or how, but all of the talismans in one playthrough. It's just weird that you have to, I don't know. Just have to kill them early, even though you kill them at the end of it. But it is weird that we also got the helmet we thought we weren't supposed to get from that other quest line. Where is it? Increases intelligence and arcane at the detriment of stamina? That seems OP, because they don't care about stamina, right? Versus health. Everything's trying to take your health away and make you take more damage. This gentle-looking crown was granted to a scholar who excelled in her studies. She also merited the title of Witch. Do you think we got the full collection? I don't know if there is any more, or any more versions to be dropped. Why does it look so dark? Yeah, we can do a full pot throwing build now. Yeah, we got these things. We finally got our antlers. Now that we are not rocking fashion souls. Should we pull out fashion souls? Like bring out just the gloves as a very base Briar set. Actually, I don't think we have the chest piece we would want. I mean, this is kind of something. There's pretty sure there's like a flower armor or something. I'm guessing it drops off the tree guys that have the blooms. Altered stuff too. I wonder there's so many. So many armor sets. Full blue. I guess we'll do that for now. what do we do? Yeah, we're gonna talk about using his stuff, weren't we? He got his other set. Unusually colorful armor. Jaren preferred a nomadic existence, but after spending time as a guest of the Carrion Royals, became a guest commander for General Radon. And for the first time, the restless tumbleweed would be bound by honorable oath. Oh boy. How we like it. Yeah, let's discovery. Let's get that real quick. Because I think we were lucky. On our other drops. Surely we can do it again. Get a little blooming chest piece. And are these guys near this one? It suggested this one. I don't know where we forget where we actually see some of those from here. If any, where are we going? Especially now that it's covered in ashes. Because this is that other one. Maybe go back the other way. Because yeah, I think it's the way up here. Yeah, here we go. Don't tell me they're not here anymore. None of them? Wait. Is this supposed to be the other way? This way. Oh, is this the... Yeah. That's the way we went to get the talisman, I think. So wait, is there no way? What the heck is this? I think the guys might not even be here anymore. It can't actually be a thing. Let's kill the flowers. just bleed? Huh. Yeah, that's certainly death. There's no sights of grace up there. So yeah, I don't think we can farm them right now. Never mind. We'll get them next time. I guess this will have to do. Maybe. Maybe we could find a skirt. Boss just told you to work from home as much as you need to. Hell yeah. Good stuff. Glad to hear the boss is reasonable. Sounds like you might be able to keep your toe elevated and heal it up in no time. Whatever. Jeez. The timing on that though, you like just getting over the whole influenza thing. Oh my gosh. Oops. My supervisor don't get weird about it. But yeah, that does sound weird. Why would the supervisor? Because who's above who here? Like, is your boss above the supervisor? Is the supervisor? Is he the supervisor of your boss? Or they, whatever. We really didn't explore this side of the thing, did we? There's so much over here. Didn't realize it was so different. Looking for a bit. Need to make some calls. No worries. But thanks for chatting and stopping by. You're free to lurk at any moment, though. We appreciate you hanging out. Big Bayou in the Joom room. I don't think we can get up there. We have no double jump. Let's just do this. I reckon this is kind of back where we were at one point. I think so. It's looking like we're getting near that site of grace. So I think it is the big open area we started in. With the hole to fall down, we already did all that. really confirm if those are good. I kind of like it, the rugged. Thing, just like actual greaves, a little bit of stuff. That's yeah. I don't know if we even want the bloom. It would look awkward with the shell, wouldn't it? I'm just kind of curious how that would look. I think we're done with Elden Ring for now. I guess we might come back to it on our own once again. To get any last items we may have missed, but I don't think we necessarily need to go through the entire checklist at the moment. But I did want to get the quest lines done here while we were in the Joom room on the Joom stream, because those are a little more interesting than just going and looting an item. We got to see the little jar finally. Finally got our scythe build going and our antlers. I reckon this is the build. Probably kind of awful in terms of gear, but I don't think gear matters enough most of the time. Excuse me. Yeah. It does go really far. Holy crap. I really tested it too much. Oh. Oh. Serves as a charm against evil spirits. So it does ward off death, though. It does give us more vitality. I didn't notice. Dang, gives us 35 vitality? Okay, definitely better. It's Biss, officially. Shame we upgraded the other one so much. But, oh well, not that bad. Anyways, we're just kind of running in circles at this point. Was there really anything else to be had? I don't think so. According to all of our research, we've gotten everything we can get. Out of these NPCs. Yes, let's join our bunch of weirdos of who have been reborn. And all the various effects it can have. Which is appropriate for how often how much we've had to rebirth to finally get to this 80 dexterity build that I'm feeling good about. I like it. I'm digging it. We love the Scythe and Bloodhound Step, even though people are like, oh, it's OP, whatever. Like, as they sit back with their casting their spells that go very fast and do lots of damage and can two-shot people from afar. How dare you have a gap closer? But I think a bigger problem people have is in PvP people are using it to get away. Like just spam it to go far away from the person and heal up and whatever. Which I can get behind hating on, because it could be very annoying to encounter for sure. But I think WoW is back online. So let's transfer over the rare Elden Ring into WoW stream. If it's still, if it is up, it is. So thank y'all for joining us for the Elden Ring section. Hope you enjoyed.